अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम, कैसे हो?
ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हैं?
I'm all right. Okay, so I got all those books, and what the part was that was for me, that was all those questions, because there were eight sample practice tests were there. So I am just going through all those. So what I that is what we can say, those bulky books, only the portions are beneficial for us. But anyhow, I am sure that those tests are for the practice. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
That is
The
not
reason
the.
I got wait,
Yes,
yeah,
please speak.
the reason I got like the bulky one because before I wasn't like getting any practice, so like that has like the tips and tricks on the book, so
Okay.
that's why I got that book
Oh, yeah,
instead of like
yes, absolutely. That is the, what we can say, all the story is written over there, how to attempt. But those things are, if you are just trying all those tips and tricks in isolation, so those tips or tricks, I think, don't work in this way. The best way is that first of all, you must get the conceptual knowledge, then you will have to apply all these tricks and tips, because if you don't know the problem, if you don't know the idea how to solve it, but those tips will not work. So that's why I am interested just to put you on the right path where you can think about the problem, and you will get the right way to the solution. So what I was
okay,
looking at, so I was not getting a lot of time to study in detail, but I'm just going through all those questions. So what I have seen, that all those are questions are divided into different portions: the algebra, the statistics, the coordinate
yeah,
geometry, and the slopes, and whatsoever the things are. So when I opened the first test, so the question was, that was all about the probability. That was just like that. That in this way we will talk about the probability. Let's see. I'm just going to write the outline of that. That is the probability. That is P for the probability of any event. What I mean to say, E for the event.
yeah,
So probability of any event. The question was in the sense that there are two brands of jelly beans. The first is of grapes flavor. The
right,
second is of cherry. So the probability of selecting, that one is selecting at random, one is selected at random, so
yeah,
that is the what we can say, the probability of grapes. If I can recall that, that was something 7 over 23.
okay,
Then the probability of the cherry blend is to be calculated, and both the probability of the grapes and the cherry flavor is, that is given also. That was 23 over, oh sorry, that was I think 13 over
okay,
23. So these are the digits in a way. So I'm not just writing the whole story, but just looking at this, that these are the outlines, and these outlines are written in a way that we will have to
right,
just what I mean to say, that think about the question, then we will have to solve this. So this is all about that, in the sense that we will have to calculate the let me clear these extra lines. Okay, now this was all that. So the next one is that if we are just looking for the let me just select it, and just I'm just opening the, what I mean to say, the new board is from here. Now let's see, let me share one extra whiteboard of this. So let me share it with you also. So can you see the screen now? A new board.
Yeah, I can see. I can still see it.
The drawing is over there. So anyhow, we can just get the brand new board. So that is this one. Okay. So once again, we have this, so we can clear the drawing of all these drawings. Now let's see, let me share one more that is for the, so okay, now fresh Microsoft board is coming to you. That one is, so that is all about that we have the new one. Okay, so this is just like that. So when we are talking about the probability, so I will deliver a presentation about this topic. The probability is actual, the happening, the chances of happening an event. One thing is that the probability of the event, that is the total probability, lies between probability of any event. What I can say, the as this whole the sample is 1, that lies between 1 and 0. So the maximum value is
Okay.
this. Okay, in
Right.
the last problem, the probability of grapes flavor jelly beans is, what I mean to say, 7/23.
Yeah.
Then we are asked to find out the chance, the probability of the cherry flavor that is to be calculated. And one
Okay.
more thing was that the probability of grapes or cherry flavor is 13/23. So this was a problem. Now,
Okay.
how will have to get the answer? At this stage, if this information is given to you, so what is
Right.
your answer? How can you calculate? Any idea? I just want to
Sure.
see.
So it's 7 and then 7/23 and 13/23, which is what do you call it? Wait,
Okay.
so when it says grape or cherry, it means you could get either of them. So that means there are other flavors too, right?
Yes,
Okay, so it'd be 13 minus 7, right?
13 minus 7. And then
Like
what should be the answer?
over 23. So 13 minus 7 is what do you call it? 6, and then 6/23, right? Is
Yes.
cherry.
Yes, absolutely right. So actually, this is all about that whenever we are looking for the probability, so these are called the mutually exclusive events that you have. What I mean to say, let's suppose this is the one flavor, this is the second flavor, and you are just selecting one at random. So
Okay.
this or that. So in mathematical or statistical or probability, what I can say, that can be written as that the probability of this event, that is G and that is C, that can be written as the probability of G union when we are considering R, so that is C. So this can be written as the probability of G and plus the probability of C. So
Okay.
because these are the mutually exclusive event, what I mean to say, that you are selecting one at the random. So there is no chance that the both are coming or something is common, because
Right.
only one is to be selected. And this is called the independent event. So that's why we will have to use this union. What I mean to say, that when we are defining the union of two sets, so union of two set is the collection of those elements which are either in one set or in second set or in both. So that's why are in both. So what I mean to say that whenever we are calculating this probability, so that is the union of two. So either we are selecting the jelly bean flavor, or we are selecting, what I mean to say, the grapes flavor or cherry flavor jelly beans. So from this
Right.
point onward, we can calculate that, and you are absolutely right. Okay.
Okay.
So what I mean to say that there are so many other questions are there. So we'll have to talk about the probability and its types and its events and the sampling space, the total value of the probability that I had said earlier that the total probability is what about what we can say that the probability of total that lies always that is less than or equal to 1 and that is greater than 0 or equal to 0. So probability of any event that lies between 1 that cannot be greater than 1 and that is 0. So 1 for the what we can say that is for the shower event, and that
Okay.
is the null event when nothing can be possible. So
Okay.
in between these two values, extreme values, we will have to calculate the probability. If we are getting any answer that is greater than 1, so absolutely wrong. If we are getting the
Okay.
negative probability, so once again it's absolutely wrong. So from here we can say that we can find out the answer, and at that time
Okay.
what you were calculating that was absolutely right, because you can write just like that. The equation is that I have written in the previous slide, but anyhow, just for one more time, that was what we can say that probability of the two events that is equal to the probability of the grapes flavor plus the probability of the cherry flavor that is equal to either grapes or cherry. So this was given,
Okay.
that was I think 7 over 23. This is to be calculated, and that was the total of that either this or that was 13 over 23. So by utilizing this equation you can get the answer. Am I right? So I have a presentation. I just wait for a minute if we can get just right now in any format. So I am just sharing with that you must be uh, very much familiar with all these things which I am just speaking about that. So at that
Right.
time we were talking about I have two presentations, so let me tell. Okay, this is coming out. So although this is not in the refined form, but anyhow we can get a lot of things from this. So let's see. uh, can you see my screen now, just now?
I can see the whiteboard only.
Whiteboard only. Okay, okay. Let me share this one also. So I am stopping that sharing and just refreshing these slides. Okay, these are not, once again, that was the wrong one. So let me share this one, okay. Now,
Okay.
so now it will come to you. Absolutely right. So now you can see the screen. I'm sure
Yeah.
that
Yes, I
it's
can. Yeah, I can.
just coming to you. Okay. So this is all about the basic probability. Because I have seen a lot of questions, I will go through those books in detail. Very soon I will get the time. And so what I was looking those books, so the lot of questions are all about what we can say the basic probability, and the answering is there. So let's see the few things. We will not talk about all the things, but those are very basic in the sense, because if I am just going to solve each and every question which is over there in the books, so we can get the answer only. But if we know that how those answers are coming, what is the logic behind
Right.
that. So if something is just changed over there, and one day you can find a new problem, brand new one, and that is slightly different from all these problems, so you must be in a position to solve all the new brand problem. What I mean, say, just the unseen one. So that's why
Right.
we should talk about all these things in for a few minutes. Then we will proceed further. Let's see. This is the basic probability. Actually, you will have to read uh, quickly because we have a lot of things to read. Please read this one.
Okay. After
After,
completing this chapter, you should be able to explain basic probability concepts and definitions. Use contingency tables to view a simple sample space.
yes.
Apply common rules of probability. Compute conditional probabilities. Determine whether events are statistically independent.
So these are all the things. We will not go in detail, but we will have idea. What we can say that a little bit information about all these things, because those are useful just to make a quick mathematics. So let's see. The first thing is probability. Let me explain in a few words. The chance that an uncertain event will occur, always that I was talking about, that lies between 0 and 1. So one thing is sure, that your answer must not be greater than 1, and it must not be less than 0. One thing is, event is each possible type of occurrence or outcome. Simple event,
Okay.
an event that can be described by a single characteristic. Sample space, the collection of all the possible events, that whatsoever
Okay.
the case is there. So we will have to look at the sample space, that what are the all possibilities. For example, if you are throwing a dice, so all those outcomes, possible outcomes. Next is that there are approaches, that one is a priori classical probability, empirical classical, subjective probabilities. These are different type of that. So maximum of the time we are using this type, because this is the number of ways to event occur, the total number of elementary outcomes. So almost these are all about the same, but we are just using this one at the initial stage. But anyhow, look at the sample spacing. So as I was saying, the sample space is the collection of all possible events. That was
Right.
the all six faces of the die. If you are throwing a dice, so you will get this, or this. So these are all the outcome. Similarly, if you have a deck of playing card that is consisting of 52 cards, so if you are just trying one at random, so you can get the one outcome out of the total is 52 outcomes. That may be joker or whatsoever the numbering over there, just like
Right.
that
Yeah.
if you are throwing a dice. So these are called the sample space, the total possible outcomes. Next is the simple event. We have talked about that, so no need to repeat all these. Contingency tables. We are not going in detail, but that should be just in what we can say, that look at this. This table is that black color is black, ace, two aces, nut ace, 24, and total, because we have the two colors over there, the red and the black, when we are playing the cards, and
Right.
that is 26 when these are not black. Red, then these are the two aces of red, and nut raise 24, and total are 26. So here we have the sample space 52 cards, the playing cards. So
Right.
total is, there are four aces, both the
Yeah.
colors, 2 and 2, and nut aces, so minus the 4, so 52. This is called the contingency table. Similarly, we can put the example of single die, that is of the 6 edges, 6 sides. So that is called the full deck, black card, and we have two nut ace, 24 cards are black, which are not ace. And similarly, red cards, you have two aces, and if you are not considering those, so 26 are without that ace. So that's why. Now next is then mutually exclusive events. So mutually exclusive events that cannot occur together. That's why If you have the two brands, if you have the two balls, and if you are two different colors of over there, and you are just drawing a one, so that is not the possibility of both the colors occurring at the same time. So these type of the events are called mutually exclusive events. Look at this. Let's suppose with the example, a queen of diamonds, b queen of clubs. So these are the two events. If you're drawing a single card, event A and B are mutually exclusive. That either this may be a queen diamonds or that may be a queen clubs. So there is no possibility that they are occurring at the same time. That the card has the queen diamond, also it has been printed the clubs queen. Okay, are you getting this?
Yeah, I got it.
That's why these are called the mutually exclusive events. They cannot come together. They cannot occur
Right.
at the same time. So we will have to make use of what we can say the union of the sets property to calculate the probability of these type of the events. So collectively exhaustive events, the one of events must occur. The set of events covers the entire sample space. Look at this. A ace, B black card, C
Right.
diamonds, D hearts. So events A, B, C are collectively exhaustive but not mutually exclusive. And ace may also be a heart. If you're just putting a condition that may be of heart, they may be of diamond and whatsoever the color.
Right.
So that's why they can occur in any form. So next is probability is the numerical measure of the likelihood that an event will occur. So here, if you can see this line graph, you can see the impossible that if something is not there over, so that the probability of that happening is zero. If you have the 50-50 chances, in which way? If you have a coin, so it has only two sides. So either you are selecting head or tail. So the probability is 0.5 of occurring each side. So that is called the 50-50. And that is a
Okay.
certain if you have a coin which has both the tails or both the heads on either side, so you will get 100% every time you are the winner because
Right.
on both sides the same thing is over there. So that is certain event that the sure 100% sure occurrence of the event. Okay, so
All right.
the probability is numerical measure, or that probability lies between this and that. Zero, as I was saying earlier, that this probability of any event lies between 1 and 0 for any event. 1 and 0 is inclusive, that is
Okay.
included. The sum of the probabilities of mutually exclusive and collectively, that must be one. One thing is that if you are taking more than one events, so their sum of the probabilities must be equal to one. That must not be less than one or not greater than one, and that must not be
Right.
zero also. So their sum of all the events occurring in a one instance, one happening, so all those events must be equal to one. Their probabilities must be equal to one. The next one is computing joint and marginal probabilities. So that is look at this. So in the last example, that was the probability of grapes or cherry flavor, or that was written over R. But here, the probability of a joint event that A and B, so that is, we will have to put A. Number of outcomes satisfying A and B, and total number of elementary outcomes. So here, and and or is justified in this way. Computing a marginal or simple probability of the this one and this one and this one and this one, and we will have to go through all those events. The next one is look at this. This is the practical example. That probability of
Okay.
red and ace, that that card must be a red one in
Right.
color, and there must be ace over there. the number of cards that are red and also what I can say the ace. Only two cards are there. Those are red in color and ace. So the total outcome is that you are just getting the two cards from 52. So ace 2, black 2, total 4, non is 24 and 24 also in the black and 48. So if you are subtracting these, so you will get this one, the total is 52. But anyhow,
Okay.
the probability of one event is that must be S and that must be red also and that is black also. That that may be. So 2 out of 52, only the two red aces are there and only the two black aces are there. So that's why we were just calculating adding these two probabilities because and there was a plus sign. So that's why this is just like that. We can get the last problem that you have solved, that was just about that. And the next one is
Right.
that event B1 or B2, if the two events are occurring in a way that event A1, A2, total probability, if we are calculating, that must be equal to 1. That table is showing only that. Then this was the general addition rule. This is very important, that probability of A or B, probability of A plus probability of B and minus the probability of A and B. This is very important. If A and B are mutually exclusive, then probability of A and B is 0. They cannot occur at the same time. So this factor is 0. As we have solved the example, that the probability of selecting the cherry flavor jelly beans, that is or grapes, that cannot occur because we are selecting only one brand at a time. So that may be
Yeah.
of cherry or that may be of a grapes flavor. So they're mutually what we can say, these are the mutually exclusive events and this factor cannot be occur at the same time. So that's why
Okay.
the probability of occurring both the events, that you are selecting a brand, you are selecting a blend that is grapes and also at the same time that is cherry, that is not possible. So that's why this element will become 0. And a lot of
Okay.
questions are there when we'll have to collect this also. We will have to calculate this portion also. This is occurring in the way that if you're asked to draw a card, that may be a joker, that may be queen or king, and that may
Right.
be a red. So before drawing a card, that can be red also, that can be queen or joker or king also. So we will have to minus this possibility. So at that time I will explain this, but we are just looking for the main idea of probability. So that's why when there is or and mutually exclusive events are there, they cannot occur at the same time. So we will have to use this formula. So last time we were using
Okay.
this or this, that when you are asked to select this or that, then you will have to make use of the summation of the
Right. Yeah.
probabilities of the individual events. Similarly, from here you can see general addition rule examples, that probability of red or ace. The probability of red, probability of ace, that was I was saying, but I was saying that if you're drawing a card, that may be red and also that may be ace, because you
Right.
have the aces over there of the red color and you have also the aces of the, what I mean say, the black color. So look at this, we have the red cards 26 out of total 52. Then we have
Okay.
the four aces out of, because two are red and two are black. So that's why four aces card over there. Then there is a probability, there is a chance that two cards are red
Right.
or black and also aces. Look at this time.
Yeah.
Aces, red 2 and black 2, total 4. And non-aces 24 and 24. Because these 24 cards of red colors are non-ace. And these are black, which are not including these two aces. Then we have 48. The total is that we have 26 and 26, 52. So if you're calculating the probability, you will have to the minus this event. Don't count the two red aces twice. So that's
Okay.
why you will have to subtract this. And a lot of problems are there. I was just looking the sample questions online, and there are so many other questions. And recently, when I will go through all those books, so this is a very important topic about the statistics. Questions are there. If you have all these things in back of the mind, so very quickly you will solve that question. Although that is in a advanced form. Actually, what we were talking about, that was very simple, the basic one. Then this, now we are just coming to the conditional probability. What I mean to say that this slash is called conditional. The conditional probability of given of A given that B has occurred. So what we'll have to do,
Okay.
probability of A and B and probability of B is also. And probability of B over A, the order is changed. That this A and B and probability of B. I will show you some questions of these types also. So let's
Okay.
see. This is what I was saying. Look at this problem. It's a very interesting one. That of the cars on a used car lot, 70% have air conditioning, AC, and
Right.
40% have a CD players, CDs.
Okay.
And 20% of the cars have both. Look at this.
Yep.
So all these are mixing up in a way that 70% AC, 40% having CD players, and 20% both. So look at this. That what is the
Okay.
probability that a car has a CD player given that it has also AC? So
Okay.
we will have to select the car which has both the things, both the
Yeah.
accessories fitted with AC and having the CD player also. So we want to find, what we want to find, that the probability of CD player while it must have the AC. CD player
Right.
having the
And
AC
AC.
also. Okay.
Okay.
So this is called what we can say the conditional probability, that we will have to select a car and that must have the CD player and that have the AC also. Okay.
Okay.
So look at this. How we'll tackle this? It's a very simple. Simple in the sense, look at this, that our probability should not exceed from single digit 1.
Yeah.
Now, of the cars on a used car lot, 70% have air conditioning, 40% have CD player, and 20%. So we will have to visualize this. Either we can make the mental map, or we can make use of pen and paper, or we can just write down in a tabular form. So this time we are just explaining that. So that's why we are just putting in a proper way. But
Yeah.
these are not difficult just to make the mind maps, or just using a piece of paper, just writing these two. Look at
Yeah.
this. AC 20%
Yeah.
both, and non CD, so CD, these this will become total 70, so 70%. Now non, no AC 2%, zero point 0.2, and this is 0 0.1. We have just converted the percentage into single digits fraction. What I mean to say, when you are putting this one, so 0.3, and total is that we are just considering the one property, that is AC. And look at this, that this digit is coming from here, the total 70% having the air conditioner. So AC 0.7 converting into fraction, and CD, so this is coming from 20% have both. Look at this, that CD
Yeah.
and air conditioner coming across these two rows and columns, this column and
Yeah.
this row. So
Uh-huh.
here we have the commonality. What I mean to say, the CD player and also the AC fitted 0.2. If you are just looking at that, this line, so AC and non-CD, so only the 5%. What I mean to say, the 50%, the 0.5, and this total is 70% car having air condition. If you are looking only for the AC, 70%, and with the AC and CD 0.2, AC and non-CD 0.5, no AC but CD 0.2, no AC but no AC and no CD only
Okay.
0.1, and no AC, this is 0.3, because 70% have been fitted. So
Yeah.
30% they have no AC. Total is, now we are just coming to the total. So we can say that this is 0.4, and over there 0.6 and zero point 0.1. Now we'll can calculate the probability, that the probability of the car selected that has CD player and also fitted with air condition. Look at this. This is
Yeah.
while CD fitted, having CD player, and while fitted with the AC. So look at this, the probability of CD and AC. So which one is? This one is. Can you look
Yeah.
at this? This one is
Yep.
0.2. Actually, this is the 20%. So 20 over
Right.
100, if you are just converting into decimal points, you will get zero point 0.2.
Yeah.
And why we are selecting this decimal point? Because our total value is 1. So we will have to be remain in decimal values, remain in
Yeah.
fractional values. So that's why we are converting this 20% into this form. So this is the chance, this is the probability of selecting a car having CD player and also fitted with air conditioner, that is 0.2, and that is 0.70. That must be fitted AC, because that is the majority of the car having this 7. So
Yeah.
total, that was actually the total is that AC is how many ACs? 70%.
70%.
So
Yeah.
that's why the probability of air conditioner is given from this. So we will get this much chances of selecting a car at random that has CD player and also fitted with air conditioner. Are you getting this table and this
Yeah.
calculation?
Yeah, I get it.
Is there any confusion?
No, it's pretty I think
Clear? It's pretty.
yeah, clear.
Okay, so this time I am explaining in detail when there
Yeah.
is a problem, so you can make the mental calculation, converting these things very quickly into fractional form. If you are not converting these percentages into the decimal or fractional form, so there will be a problem. Then you will have to think
Right.
about that. That a lot of the car, the that is 70% are over there fitted with a air conditioner. So we will have to just think about the car which has both the facilities. That is only the 20%. So very quickly, if you are just very quick to be in the calculation, so you must put 20 or 70% and just change into the, what I mean to say, the fractional form. You will get the answer. But anyhow, that was in detail, and I'm sure that if you are having this much concept that mutually exclusive, these are the events which have the commonality also. So that's why you will have to consider this one and this one that you are selecting a
Okay.
car. Okay. One thing more is that is also the explanation of that if you are just getting the AC and CD, so no need to repeat that. So once again, it's a pictorial way that all cars having this one fitted with AC, non-AC and CD player, so no need to go in detail. So your decision trees, so these are the decision trees, either this or that. But anyhow,
Okay.
the independent event. Two events are independent if and only if the probability is that independent mean that there is a condition, but that condition is not acting upon that, not affecting. That is a probability of A. Events A and B are independent when the probability of one event is not affected by the other event.
Okay.
Not affected by the other
The other.
event.
Okay.
Okay, event A and B are independent when the probability of one event is not affected by the other event. Because look at this, I am just giving you the example
Yeah.
that if you have a single bag and you are putting the two colors ball, red and blue, let's suppose, and if you are
Okay.
putting your hands and selecting two balls, so they are not independent events. The reason is this, because they are mixing up and you are just getting the two balls, so you may get
Yeah.
both the red, you may get both the blue, or you may get one blue and one red. So they are, if you have the two bags independent, and you are using your two hands left and right, and if you are drawing a ball, then these are independent event, because
Okay.
red are in the one bag, blue are in the second bag, you are drawing two balls, so definitely these are independent. More examples are just like that. The multiplication rules, so this is all about the multiplications. We will talk about that, but that is on the later stage. Marginal probability, so I think this is all about that. Only one thing is just let me stop this one. And the second type of the problems, which I have seen a lot of problems are there over on the practice test and the actual. So that is a very small portion. I'm just going to share this. That is the point slope form. Point slope form. Either this problem is given in 3 to 4 formats. What I mean to say
Okay.
that sometimes the graph is given and you are asked to find
Right.
the slope, and sometimes the slope and the point is given and you will have to trace the right graph. Okay, the four
Okay.
choices, the four graphs are given and you are asked to find the right one. And
Slope. Yeah.
sometimes the
Okay.
graphs are given and one single graph is given and you are asked to find the real equation. So 4 or 5 choices are there, so one way or the other. So that's why I have just mixed up all these types of the problems in a one slideshow that will just clarify each and everything. If you are given one problem in other way, so you will have the idea behind that this is the right idea, this is the right form, and this is the right graph. Okay, let's see. It will take only few minutes, it will not take a lot of time. So look at this. That is the discussion point is the standard form, slope intercept form, and the slope. So we'll talk about only these things. Only
Okay.
that is of the linear equation, that is of the straight line, and that is of a particular form, that is slope intercept form. Okay, look
Okay.
at this, the given equation, specific criteria, and we will have to just like that, that if you are have these things, so you will have to select the right tools to utilize these. So if the egg beater, that will the best fitted. And if you have a cheese, so you have three options. Look at this. You can use a
Okay.
spoon, a knife, and this the chillers. And if you have this one, So once again, you have the two options only.
Wait, are you showing your screen, or because I don't see anything?
Oh, okay. Let me check it. If that is not coming to you, so let me check it. Because okay. This one is not there. Now I think it will be there over here. Can you see now?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That was I was talking about that the lines. These are actually the combinations. Before that, we were talking about that. The point of discussion is that the slope intercept form only. Slope intercept form. Then these are the goals. But here, what we're talking about, that when the problem is given, that is just only the, what I mean to sensing the right thing. Look at this. If the cheese is given, so you have the three choices. Either you can use this,
Right.
or use this. If the onion is given, you have only two choices, knife or
Right.
this. If you have this mixture, this soup, what I mean to say, then you will have to
Yeah.
use only one, this
Spoon.
one.
Yep.
This is useless, this is useless. If you have two eggs, so now you have two options. Either you can use this one or you can use this. So
Right.
that is the way when the equation is given, the graph is given, or the statement is given, so you will have to select the right option over there, that which one
Okay.
is the appropriate one, and there is no need to be more calculative. So you will have to give the response when these type of the questions are over there. What type of the question, we will talk about that in the next show. Now look
Okay.
at this. Slope, intercept, x-intercept, point. So if the slope formula is given, so you can make use of point. 2 points are given, you can find out the slope. Am I right?
Okay.
The ratio of the differences of the abscissa to the ordinate to the abscissa. We will talk about that. If the slope is
Okay.
given, then the slope intercept form of the equation can be calculated, can be pointed out. If x-intercept is given, you cannot find, what I mean to say, only the x-intercept will not help anything. If only 1 point is given, slope formula. If 2 points are given, you can use. If only the single point is given, nothing can be done. From the single point, you can draw infinite number of lines. Am I right? Are you getting this? If the only 1 point
Yeah.
is given, so there are so many type of the lines that may be of the slow intercept form, that may be of the sloping line, that may be of a perpendicular line, that may be a horizontal, that may be a vertical, whatsoever. There are so many. So we cannot get this solution with a single point. But anyhow, this was just the visualization of the problem. Now coming to the ultimate goal, we know that what is the graph. Okay, look at this. So these graphs are here, and you're asked to find the best fitted equation to these. Look at this. How
Okay.
can you describe this line?
Well, what do you mean describe? Like it's a positive slope?
You can say the straight line having two intercept and slope. What I mean to say, this point is the x-intercept and this point is y-intercept. Or in other words, you can say the equation of straight line intercepting x-axis and y-axis. Okay, am I right?
Right.
Or you can
Okay.
say this is the equation of a straight line passing through 2 points on the both axes. Okay. Now look at this one. This is a slightly simple one. What I mean to say, the equation of a straight line having a slope and x-intercept only. Am I right? Are you getting this?
Right.
The line
Yep.
which has x-intercept and the slope at this stage. It has, this one has two slopes, two intercepts, and this is only one intercept. Okay. Look at this slope formula. Slope formula, you know that this is a slope formula.
Yeah.
Of the differences of the ordinates to the abscissa. Difference of the abscissa. Okay. This is the
Okay.
ratio. If 2 points are given, you can find the slope. M is the slope. Then slope intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b. M is slope and b is the intercept. Next
Okay.
is standard form. Ax plus by plus c or is equal to c. Or plus c is equal to
Okay.
0. C is coming over here. So these are the variables on the x-axis and the y-axis, and these are the numbers. And this is also constant. Point slope form. So if single point is given and slope is also given, you will have to utilize this form. So these four are what I mean to say the basic ingredients to point out a line, either given in the graphical shape or given in any format of the equation. Look at
Okay.
this. Variation of point slope form. Look at this. Y minus y1, m x minus x1. If the point is given x1, y1. If the point is at the origin, what I mean to say, x naught and y naught representing 0, 0. So you will get y is equal to mx only. If the other point is given 35, 35, they may be anywhere. So you will get this type of the equation. Am I right? I'm just
Okay.
going very quickly because you know all these
Yeah.
things. Let's suppose if you are asked to find the equation of line which is passing through this point and having this slope, the longer method is that you must have this formula with you, that you will have to use this one. Be quick to put the values and you must select this one. Okay. This is your selection. This is the option out of those 5 given options.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. How you are reaching at this is your mental calculation. Or this part of
Yeah.
the calculation is very quick on the piece of paper or anywhere. The space is also available over there. When you get the question paper and you will get the grid sheet also, where you will have to blacken all those ovals. So at that time, you have this much time because 60 seconds are enough time to solve this type of the problem. Am I right?
Yep.
Full 60 seconds are available to solve this. That the point is
Yeah.
given, this is given, and you are asked to select the option. Right option is this one. So if you are
Okay.
utilizing 60 seconds to do these steps, it's justified. Can you
Yeah.
solve in 60 seconds? It's a very simple. 1 minute, 25 questions,
Right.
25 minutes, 30 questions, 30 minutes, 60 questions, 60 minutes, whatsoever. So
Yeah.
each question has 60 seconds to solve. So you will have to reach over there. And in between, this is the extra calculation, the what we can say mental calculation you can solve in your mind or using the paper,
Yeah.
paper space available over there. So you can reach this answer. How? This is all about that. The next one is that once again the slope is given, the point is given, and you will have to select this answer. And if the point is given, both the negatives and the slope is this, so you will have to, the basic magic is this one, that this is the magical formula. You will have to keep this in your mind. That is called the point slope form. Point slope form of the straight line. Point slope form. And the point is given, slope is given. Immediately recall this, put the values and get the right answer.
Okay.
Okay. So sometime you will have to do it backwards. Given point slope form, find slope and point. Now the equation is given. Equation is given. And you will have to find the slope and the point from where the line is passing through. So that is
Okay. Yeah.
what we can say the backward. How will get this? Let's suppose this equation is given. And you will have to select the point and the slope from the given options. So be quick. How? This will become the ordinate and this will become the abscissa, keeping the sign in mind. That is the opposite of this. So that is plus and this is negative. So this will be the point, okay? And this is the slope, it's a m. You will have to compare y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Look at this. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Okay. The right point, right sign. Signs are important, so you will have to take care of the signs. Y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Then you can find these choices out of the given one. So y plus 4, 1 over 2. From here, that is, the slope is very much clear. Here we can say that this is 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is the point from where the line is passing. So the next one is very simple. Simple in the sense that DG company charges $200 setup fee, then $50 extra per hour. The table below represents the cost per hour, including the setup fee. If you are hiring for 1 hour, 250, for 2 hours, 300, for 3 hours, 350, and if you are hiring this DJ company, you will have to pay $500. So this is exactly just like that. If you are just representing this payment and this relation on a straight line, so it's a increasing. So that's why all the time it is increasing, going upward. You will get a straight line. You will get a line graph, which is single line. That's why increasing line, you will have to use this slope form. That what is the
Okay.
point of that and what is the slope, how much it is rising, how much the cost is rising now. So
Rising,
that's
yeah.
why you will have to use this one. The slope is, you can find the difference of the ordinate and you will have to divide the abscissas. So these are the abscissas. X is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. Just put this, you will get these two values for x and y. So x1 is this, select any point. If you are selecting this one, so this will become 3 and this will become 5, 350. And slope, from this way you can find the slope. Yeah, 3 and 4. So this will be the 50 is the slope. So
Okay.
just the thinking time is, that is just a symbolic one, that you will have to take care of the time all the time. The time is clicking over here. So use the shortest possible way. What is the
Right.
shortest one? Then you can reach. Think over that. That is the thinking time. Take your time to think of, but keep the time clicking on. So you will have to make all this, and then you will be in a better position to decide that which should be the right option. So all these are the logical steps that is going in your mind when you are taking the exam or test or whatsoever you are doing there. So that is the real. Now look at this. So keeping
Okay.
the previous diagram in your mind, so this time you will have to be quick in a sense that if you are given asked to do what, so what is your choice? Be quick. We have
Okay.
only
So
few minutes.
what's an equation in point slope form for the given point and slope? Okay.
Choice.
Oh, so the point is 7, 4 and slope is 6. So um is it wait,
Which one?
It's y minus 4 and then 6x
plus 7?
+7?
Oh wait, is it minus 7?
Yes, it's a B. Absolutely right. B choice is there.
Oh right, yeah.
Because y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. Are you getting this? Can we recall
Yeah,
that
okay.
point slope form that was written every time, everywhere on the every slide? So B must be the best choice. I think so. Are you agree with this?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, now you can recall. So that's why I am saying that the problem is there. So you will have to make use of that diagram. Think quickly and take your time to think about that. But keep in this, the time is clicking on, and you will have to decide very wisely. Okay, the B is the choice. Next, be quick. At this time, the same format.
Okay, so which
one is-
equation in point slope form is given? Okay, so it's gonna be well, I know it's gonna be y minus 7, but this time it's gonna be plus 3 because it's negative, right?
Okay,
So it's
so
B.
which one is the right one?
B.
B? Okay, absolutely right. Now this time you are a little quick. Look at this. So what is the right one?
Okay, let's read this real quick. What is it? Okay, same question.
Yes, of course.
It's B.
B. Okay. Yes, it's a B. Next is, look at this. This is the tabular form.
Okay, which equation gives the cost y in terms of the number of pages? So, oh, okay. Where's number of pages? So, would you have to do 50? So wait. What? Okay. X will be.
X
Wait,
is
I'm
the,
kind of.
and okay. Let me tell you. One
Yeah.
thing is that if you are just looking at that, thus you will have to decide one thing. What I mean to say, the two quantities are given. One is for this number of pages and the second one is the cost. So if we can represent this is X, the independent variable, and Y is depending on X. Increase the X or decrease the, increase the value of Y. So first is for the X and second is for the Y. If you are selecting anyone, so you will get this, that if you are just using from the basic one, the number 50 pages are
Right.
costing $1.2 or whatever the currency is there. So
Yeah.
a yearbook printer charges based on the number of pages printed. Here is a table that shows the cost of some recent yearbooks. That number
Okay.
of pages costing 1.25, 100 pages this, and 200 this. So which equation gives the cost y in term of the number of pages x? So which equation gives?
Okay. So would it
I am just
be?
giving you a what I mean to say, a slightly the outline. What I mean to say that you will have to make use of this y minus y1 is equal to m x minus xy. Okay, so what we'll
Okay.
have to do that p is the point, any point you can select. Let's suppose I am selecting 50 and
Okay.
1.25. Okay, 1.25, this will become x1, this will become y1. Okay, the m
Okay.
is, now how can we select the m? So m you will have to calculate just like this, that y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. So x1 and y1 is given, you can select this one for the x2. Am I right?
Yep.
Then you can find out the relation, because all these are the numbers are going on the right hand side. So keeping this these notes with you, I will send all these slides to you. Try it and get the answer if possible. Even then, if you are feeling problem, I will solve that in detail. But anyhow, we are just
Okay.
closing up this. What I mean to say, that only I think this was one more is this. This is the problem a lot of time they are asking. So this equation, which one
Okay.
is the best one? Let me just show the that one whole. That is the four options.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you which one I think it is? So, first the slope. Okay, so the slope is, start at here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so it's the So it has to be either B or C, and then Y. Where's
Okay, okay. Let me tell you one thing is that this line is given, all the graphical things are given, that it is passing through 2 points. This is a point where x is 0 and y is 1.
okay?
Am I right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
this is 0 and 1. And from here, this line is passing from this. So here y is 0 and x is, you can say 0.8. Am I right?
Okay.
It's not 1,
Yeah.
0.8. Okay, you can say it 0.8, no harm
Oh,
to say
0.8.
0.8. So these are the 2
Yeah.
points. So you can, if the 2 points are given, you can find the slope, you can find the equation of a line. So you will have to get the, this is 0 1 0 2 0 1,
Okay.
0 1 is this, and 0.7 or 0.2 by 10, 8 by 10, whatsoever you can put over here. It's your choice, but that must be less than 1. That is not 1.
Right.
So that's why it's a fractional number and 0. Y is 0. When the 2 points are given, you can find out the slope. You can find out the equation of the line using what you are using. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And equation is y minus y1 is equal to m and x minus x1. So you will have to make use. Anyhow, I will send all these slides and you will have to take your time to solve these type, because this problem is given right over there and you will have to just select the right equation representing this line. Okay, now let's see, the next one is, we are just moving to the next question, and that is, so there are so many, anyhow, it's all about that. So it's a time to say Allah Hafiz. Thank you very much.
All
And
right. Hafiz, thank you.
tomorrow we'll meet. Okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz. Take care.